All right, last but not least, we want to talk about adding blog posts. So blogs are usually online journals, but when it comes to WordPress and in this type of website, consider it your way of talking about what's happening at the library, the latest news, where maybe you explain some events that are coming up or the successes you've had with other events. But it's important when you're creating blog posts, not only that you put information on there that people want to read, but also you need to make sure that you categorize it and tag it really well, so that, let's say you put a book recommendation and you tag it with book recommendation, they can click on that link and it'll show out all the book recommendations. So let's go ahead and see how this works. In the post section, you can see all the posts that's already happened. So this is a fake post right now. And then you can add a new post, and then you can change what categories you have. So it's kind of cart before the horse or whatnot. You can create categories and tags that you know you're going to use, or you can do a post and add tags and categories and let it accumulate as it goes on. So let's go ahead and click Add New. And it's kind of like creating a page. It looks very similar, but we're going to go ahead and take, I don't know if this is actually one that you guys have. I don't know if this is your own writing, but we're just going to pretend. So I can come in here and I can do paste as plain text or paste word, or if I just do Command V, it's going to try to keep the formatting. That's usually not a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and just do paste as plain text. And we'll go ahead and hit insert. And we'll try to get rid of some of this extra space that's happening. And this is where I can come in here and let's go ahead and change this to heading 3. Oops, I should have done that earlier. All right, so I can go ahead and save this picture. So let's view it, save image as, and I will save it to my desktop. I like myself. And we can put that in here. So let's add media, upload files, and select my files. Oops. Desktop. All right, so this is where you can put caption, book image. So you generally, oops, not description, alt text. So you generally want to get pretty more descriptive than that. So I like myself book cover. Okay. So you can change this so it actually has spaces. That's a lot better. So you can choose, do you want it to align on the left, center, or the right? How big do you want it to be? And it's pretty small already, so we'll leave it at full size. And let's go ahead and have it aligned to the left. So insert into post and give it a second, and there we go. All right, so that is the basics of, let's see, August 2013. Children, wait, I don't know what you want to call this. Book recommendation. I like myself by Karen Beaumont. Oops. All right, so you can change all the formatting here, and we've already talked about that, and right now it's just a draft, so you can hang on to this until you're ready for it, but this is where you really want to pay attention to these features. Now, if your blog post had an image, so this one isn't really conducive for this, but you can do set a featured image, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'll just choose this one anyway, and we'll see what that looks like in our blog. But right now it's uncategorized, so we're going to choose category. So we'll do book recommendation, add new category, and we'll do children, add new category, and then you can have, let's say you do a lot of stuff about Karen Beaumont or whatever, you can do whatever you need to do. Okay, so tags, you're going to put children, recommendation, uplifting, moral, let's say it's the moral of the story type of book, girls, I don't know. So if somebody's looking for books that are geared toward girls and they have some kind of moral at the end of the story and they're uplifting, then they can click on one of these tags and it's going to bring up all the blog posts that you have tagged with the same tags. So I'll go ahead and add those, and I can delete them here if I want to. If I have a ton of tags, then I can choose from here. All right, so now that it's in categories and it's in tags, I'll go ahead and hit publish. And we'll see what happens. Let's go to the latest news. All right, so see how it gets a little bit weird? So this is the featured image, and then this is the article image. So sometimes this works and sometimes this doesn't. All right, so let's go ahead and remove featured image and then update. So either way, you could take it out of here and then you can set the featured image, or maybe the featured image is the book and then you add another image of maybe the author. Let's go ahead and see how this looks. All right, so this is the latest one, and now you can see that it's going to automatically try to categorize those for you. So now it has, these are the recent posts. So there's a fake one and there's the new one that we just did. And then if anybody's left any comments, and then it archives it so people a year from now can look back and see what was recommended in August. And then these are different categories, so I can click on children, and any blog post that had to do with children, whether it's book recommendations or events for children, then I can click on this. Or if I just want to know all book recommendations, I can do that. And then for each of these, and if they're really long, this one's a short little post, so it didn't have like a more link, I can go ahead and click here. And this is the actual post itself. And somewhere on here, and I'm not seeing where, we'll have to look at that. Somewhere on here you should be able to see tags, and that's where people can click. You know, let's say you tagged it with Karen Beaumont, so they can click on every, and it'll show everything that came up with Karen Beaumont. So I don't know why that's not showing that, but we'll try to figure that out. But down here, now we have this latest news, and it's going to have the information from Karen Beaumont. So let's see what happens when you don't have an image here, but you do have the featured image. So I'll choose that one and update it. All right, so we'll go to latest news. All right, so it's a little bit different. It looks kind of the same. It wasn't as pretty as kind of the way we had it. Now the cool thing about this is there's a picture that goes with your blog post, and that looks a little bit better to me. And then we can go into that blog post and it still has your picture right there. So if you can do a featured image, then it looks like that might be the better option with this theme. But you can add as many pictures as you want. Just be sure that the first couple of lines are going to be the first part of that post. And then somewhere on here, and I can't remember where it is. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it. There should be a little button, insert more tag. Okay, so that's what this is. What is this? Distraction-free writing mode. All right, so this more tag allows you to change the way this looks so that there's a little more link, and then people can go see the full post. So let's go ahead and update this so you can see what that looks like. All right, so latest news. All right, so see how it has to read more now? So it doesn't show the whole thing. Now you can click on read more, and it's going to show you the full-on blog post. So that works really well with the longer posts. Now when it comes to tags, if I search, so in our categories we had book and children, but we didn't have girls, moral, whatnot. So I'll type in moral, and it should come up with, oops, I don't know why it's not seeing the tag. So we'll go ahead and look at that and see what's happening with that, and I'll give you an update if we need to. But that's basics for working with blog posts.